हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू माय चैनल। आज पढ़ेंगे हम लोग पार्ट 1 बेसिक कंसेप्ट ऑफ ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री का। तो देखो, हम लोग फंक्शनल ग्रुप पहले पढ़ेंगे आज के बारे में, ठीक है। तो सपोज Rx लेता हूँ मैं, ठीक है। तो R क्या है,
वीडियो का ब्लर आ रहा है।
ये करो, जूम करो। सो R विल बी एल्काइल ग्रुप, ऑटो फोकस पे रखो ना। सो R will be alkyl group, right? So R general formula is CnH2n plus 1, right? So n can be 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. ठीक है। अगर मैं 1 वैल्यू यहाँ पे पुट करता हूँ तो क्या मिलेगा? C1H2 into 1 plus 1, बराबर है? Okay. तो it will be C1H2 plus 1. It is CH3, right? So इसका नाम क्या होगा? Methyl. One carbon is called meth, and it's come from alkyl family. That's why we add YL, right? Methyl group. So X is halogen family. X is your halogen family. तो ये ग्रुप 17 में आता है, राइट? तो इसका जनरल फॉर्मूला क्या होता है ग्रुप 17 का? NH2 NP5, बराबर। लास्ट ऑर्बिट में कितने इलेक्ट्रॉन्स होते हैं? 7. यू कैन काउंट, इट इज 2 plus 5, so it is total 7 electrons are there, right? Now look, so it needs one more electron to complete its octet, right? So in methyl, one electron is not busy. All three is busy with the hydrogen atom, right? So this is 3 electrons. And in halogen, suppose I am taking fluorine. So fluorine atomic number is 9. So its electronic distribution will be 2, 7. So it needs 1 electron to complete its octet. So 7 electrons are there in fluorine, right? So it will share the electrons with the fluorine. So in this manner, fluorine has completed its octet, and carbon also completed its octet by sharing with hydrogen and fluorine. So you can count the electron now: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So total 8 electrons are there, right? It is called octet. And hydrogen has completed its doublet, right? So all hydrogen has completed its doublet, and fluorine also completed its octet, right? So what will be the X? X is your halogen family. So in halogen family, it contains fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, and stantine atoms. Understood? So we start from 2, 8, 8, 18, 18, 32, 32. So this pattern you have to follow for writing the next atomic number, right? So as we know, atomic number of fluorine is 9. So now add 9 plus 8 is 17. Now 17. Now add 17 plus 18. So it will be 35. Now add 35 plus 18. It is how much? 53. So now add 53 plus 32. It will be 85. So this is your halogen family, right? So X is sometime fluorine. Next one is chlorine, bromine, iodine, right? This stantine is radioactive elements. Radioactive element which emits alpha, beta, gamma rays, right? So here in basic organic chemistry, we will use fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, right? And you can notice as we go down, number of orbits increases, right? So atoms increases its size due to increase in atomic number. So you can write here, atomic number increases down the group. Or atomic radius is increases. Atomic radius is increases. Next point is electronegativity decreases. Electronegativity decreases. It means fluorine having more electronegative as compared to chlorine, bromine and iodine. This will be the order for electronegativity. So write up to this point, then we will move ahead. Acyl
Chloride.
chloride. So its general formula is is RC double bond O Cl. Right. So this is the functional group of acyl chloride. This is your functional group. This is your functional group of acyl chloride. R is alkyl group. Alkyl group. It is represented by R. So we know the general formula now for R. It is CnH2n plus 1. Right. So it can be written as condensed form also, like RCO. समझा? So
सर ये बार बार ब्लर हो रहा है बहुत.
ऑटो फोकस नहीं करना है तेरे को, उसको ऐसे प्रेस करके रखना पड़ेगा. ठीक है. तो R क्या होगा यहाँ पे? मिथाइल हो सकता है, इथाइल हो सकता है, C2H5 हो सकता है. ये C2H5 है ना. नेक्स्ट वन इज C3H7, C4H9. ठीक है. सो यहाँ पे क्या आएगा? Cl. Cl के पहले क्या है? CO. So I will add here CO. Next will be COCl. So this is repeated functional group, right? Only this one is different. So this one is variable, and this is your fixed functional group. Fixed functional
ये सब मैं बचपन का ग्रुप.
समझा?
हाँ सर.
So write it down then. Topic is, so before deriving the next point, so look at the structure for H2SO4. H2SO4 is called sulfuric acid. This is a strong acid, right? We have studied it in class. Strong acid.
So 9th में भी
Can anyone draw the structure for sulfuric acid?
No.
H2SO4.
So see, I will explain. So sulfur atomic number is 16, right? So its electronic distribution is 2,8,6, right? So if I write the electronic configuration of sulfur, it will be 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p4. Do you know how to write? Don't know. So I will teach in atomic structure. So suppose first orbit contain 2 electrons, right? So orbit having also suborbitals, that is called s orbital. So s orbital contain 2 electrons. In the similar manner, second orbit is there. So it contain maximum 8 electrons. So electronic distribution will be
8.
S holding 2 electrons. Next will be P. P holds 6 electrons. So total electron is 2 plus 6 is 8. Right? After S it calls P. P is also your suborbitals. Suborbital. Next comes third orbit.
Suborbital.
S and P. Third orbit capacity is 18. Right? So if you don't know, please write the formula 2n square. Now put in n equal to 3. So 2 into 3 square is 2 into 9 is 18, right? So maximum capacity of third orbit is 18. So now I will distribute the electron. S holds 2 electron, P holds 6. So remaining is 10. So 10 D will hold 10 electrons. So total electron is 2 plus 6 plus 10. How much it is? 18. No? So capacity of third orbit is 18 electrons, right? So I have written, so that is called above principle. first orbit can be written as 1s,
1s,
second orbit can be written as 2s, 2p. So this is 3s, 3p, 3d. Next will be 4s, 4p, 4d, 4f. Next one is 5s, 5p, 5d, 5f. Right? So above principle is this. Right? So above principle. So you have to just according to above principle, this should be arranged in increasing according to increasing energy level. According to increasing energy level. Right? So for that purpose you have to just cut it diagonally. Right? If I write
1s.
according to increasing energy level, it will be 1s, then 2s, then 2p,
2p,
then 3s, then
3p,
3s after 3p, 3s, that will be 3p, right? 3p, then 4s, then 3d,
3d,
4s after 3d, then 4p, 5s, 4p, 5s. So this is your increasing energy level orbitals, right? So you know the capacity holding. So in S I have put 2 electrons. For second orbit it also holds 2, and for P it holds 6 electrons, right? So first orbit 2, second orbit 8. So remaining will be 6. 6 na?
18
Because total 16 electrons are there in sulfur. So now add these two, you will get 16. So in last orbit it holds 6 electrons, right? 2 in s orbital and 4 in p orbitals, right? So now look here. So last orbit take part in bonding. Bonding, right? So now fill the electrons. So its structure will be like this. These 2 electrons is in third orbital, 3s now. So one will be moving clockwise. This is your clockwise direction. This is called anti-clockwise direction. Right? So p orbitals. So it is having maximum 6 electrons, right? So it will be divided into
6 parts.
3 subcategory. So first electron will be filled clockwise. Then you have to fill anti-clockwise. See here. So look here. So in 3s we have 2 electrons. First is moving clockwise, second one is anti-clockwise. So next third name is 3px, 3py. Next one is 3pz. Understood? So this is p divided into 3 subcell. That is called 3px, 3py, 3pz. Okay? So total 4 electrons are there. I have filled first clockwise 1, 2, 3, then 4, right? So this one is unpaired electrons, right? And this is paired. So suppose I am drawing the structure for SO, right? Sulfur monoxide. So in S, total 6 electrons are there, right? 6 electrons. So this is lone pair of 3s, right? This will be in 3px, right?
And this will be 3p1.
Good. So bonding will be oxygen. Oxygen having also 6 electrons, right? So this will be in 3py, this will be in 3pz. Understood? And we also know na oxygen having total 6 electrons, so it will be 2, 6. So we add 2, so it will be 8 total, right? So this is a lone pair of oxygen atom.
One pair of.
ठीक है समझा? Please write up to this point, then I will explain further. Pause कर. Okay. Suppose we want to draw the structure for SO2. So this is your sulfur dioxide, right? So sulfur electronic distribution is same. So it will be 286, right? And electronic distribution for last orbital will be
8, 6.
it is 3s2 3p4, right? So look here. So they don't write. So it is 3s2 3p4, right?
3s.
So in third orbit it is 3s, right? And it is your 3p
P.
x 3py 3py 3pz. So total 2 electrons in s orbital and 1 electrons is in
और इसको
each orbital of p, right?
इसको
And?
एंटी क्लॉकवाइज.
Okay, so this one is called paired orbital. Paired orbital, right? And this is your last one is called unpaired electrons. Unpaired electrons, right? So in SO2 there are two oxygens are there, right? So this is your called ground state. This is called ground state. When we in third orbit you can see where I am from. It is 3s 3p 3d, right? So it can expand, right? So d orbital having
4.
maximum capacity is
4.
10. I have written, right? For d it holds 10 electron.
10.
Okay? So it will be 10 by 2 is 5, no?
5.
So make 5 1 2 3 4 5. So its name will be 3d xy 3d yz 3d zx 3d x square y square. This will be 3z square, right? So I will make this paired electron to 3dxy, right? So it is called first excited state. Excited state. So it will look like 2 electrons in 3s and 1 electron in p orbital. So it will be 3px, 3py, 3pz. So in d orbitals, look here, Shruti. Total 5 orbitals are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So these electrons have jumped here, right? So now you can see 4 unpaired electrons are there. 4 unpaired electrons are there. Unpaired electrons are there, right? This is called paired electrons. So now see, so total 6 electrons are there with oxygen, right? 6 electrons are there in last orbit. So there are total two oxygen atoms are there. So oxygen also carry 6 electrons in last orbit, right? But it is in second orbit only. So 6 electrons are there with oxygen atom. So this will share the electrons. So it has completed its octet, right? This also has completed its octet, right? 8 electrons are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now what will it do? This oxygen. Because we have discussed that in third orbit, d orbital is there now. So it can expand. So it will share the electrons. So now sulfur has got how many electrons?
10.
Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Total 10 electrons are there. 10 electrons. So this is called expanded form, right? And this oxygen also completed its octet rule. Understood?
Yes.
So sulfur can expand. So it firstly form octet rule. Now it has expand its rule. That is called expanded form. Right? After that we will study about the structure for SO3, sulfur trioxide. Okay? Right up to this point, then I will explain SO3. Okay, next structure is SO3. So do you know the name of SO3? So it is sulfur
Oxide.
Oxide.
trioxide.
Trioxide.
Dioxide or oxide हो जाएगा.
So it is sulfur
Trioxide.
trioxide.
Its general formula is CnH2.
Okay. So we know
S.
286 electrons are there, right?
Yes.
So last orbit electronic configuration is, I have written here. So it is 3s2 3p4. So total 3 atoms are there, right?
Yes.
So now we have to make this electron to this, right? Because we are having total 3 atoms, right? So we need 6 unpaired electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is there. So when this electron will come here, that is called second excited state. So it can be written as like this. So second excited state. So it will be 3s. This will be
3px,
3px, 3p,
3py,
3pz. Right? And d orbitals, it will expand, right? So this is d orbitals. So right here 5 subsets.
1,
3, 4, 5. So its name will be 3dxy, 3dyz, 3dzx, 3dxy, 3dz square. Right? Also. So now I will make this paired electron to the next orbital, d orbital. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? These are the 3 unpaired electrons. So this will electron jump here, right? So total how many electrons are unpaired now? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Total 6 unpaired electrons are there, right? So now 6 bonding will be there. So see, in S there are total 6 electrons, and oxygen also it is having 6, right? So 3 oxygens are there, right? So this will do the bonding with the sulfur. So it has completed its
8.
octet, and sulfur also completed, right? Now but 2 atoms are remaining, so it will share the electrons with oxygen atom. So now it has expanded, right?
Expanded.
So total how many electrons are there in s orbitals?
10.
No. Total 12 electrons are there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is total 12 electrons, right? So this is called expanded form of sulfur. Expanded.
सर आपने तो बोला था कि 10 तक ही होता है.
No, it can form maximum 6 bonds. Why it is so? Because in third orbit it contains 3s, 3p, 3d, and sulfur having last total 6 electrons. So maximum it can form 6 bonds because it is having d orbitals which is vacant, right? So it can unpaired electrons and send it to the next orbitals, right? This is the reason why sulfur expand. So draw the structure for SO3, then I will make you understand for H2SO4. Okay. Now we will draw the structure for H2SO4.
SO4.
So this is called
Sulfuric.
sulfuric acid, right?
Sulfuric.
So we know the outer electrons of sulfur.
6.
Total 6 electrons are there. Oxygen also hold 6 electrons in its last orbit, right? And hydrogen holds 1
One
electron.
electron.
And total how many oxygens are there?
4.
4.
Four.
Right?
Yes.
So this will share the electron with this and with this. So it has completed its
8
Okay.
electrons.
in the similar manner this oxygen will also complete its
Octet.
octet, right?
Yes.
Now
And in
this will
similar
also
form.
share with this one.
So it will also
So this is
complete its
called
oxide.
Octet of the oxygen.
Now
Right?
this will
Now this
also
will share
connect.
the electrons.
So it will also be
This
octet.
also has completed its
Octet.
octet.
So
But you can count the electrons for sulfur now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good.
12.
So total 12 electrons are there.
सर मैं तुक्के में पूछा
Expanded form.
Total 12 electrons are
फॉर्म
there. in sulfur. So this is called
Expand.
Expand formula.
expanded form.
Wow.
And this is the structure for
Sulfuric acid.
Sulfuric acid.
right. So
H2SO.
so in simple manner it can be drawn like this, right? Now remove this OH group and instead of OH it can be written as
R.
R. So this is called
Alcohol.
अच्छा
नहीं,
ये
then this is called sulfonic acid, right?
alkyl sulfuric
Alkyl
acid.
sulfonic acid. So R is called
Sulfur.
alkyl
group.
and this part is called
Sulfuric
sulfonic.
acid.
Sulfonic
acid.
acid. So this R can be
And
methyl, ethyl, propyl, butyl. So I will write here the example. So it will be CH3. And in short form it can be,
फिर कल
this can be reduced in
S.
SO3H, right? And next, so three oxygens are there, right? So next example will be C2H5 SO3H. So this functional group is fixed.
Fixed.
Only this part is varying. So this is your variable part,
Variable part.
right? So right up to this point.
इसका स्ट्रक्चर बना
Acid anhydride. Acid anhydride.
Acid.
Anhydride.
Anhydride.
Right. So its general formula is R
R.
C double bond O
C double bond O.
C double bond O
O. C double bond O.
H.
H.
So this is the functional group for acid anhydride. This is
functional group.
acid
Anhydride.
So this here R can be also there, right? So this R and this R may be same. So when suppose I am writing as R1,
CH.
this is R2.
R2.
So when R1 is equal to R2, that is called symmetrical, right? Acid anhydride, symmetrical acid
Anhydride.
anhydride. So its example is CH3, C double bond O, O, C double bond O, CH3. Right.
C2H5.
Next example may be C2H5, C double bond O, O, C double bond O, C2H5. This bond can be up or down, right?
Yes.
So they are saying this is the example for symmetrical acid anhydride,
Okay.
right? Next example is when R1 is not equal to R2.
R2.
This is the sign for not
Not
equal.
equal.
So this will be your unsymmetrical
acid and
Good. Acid.
anhydride.
anhydride,
Anhydride.
right? So now next will be, suppose I am taking example CH3, C double bond O, C double bond O, it will be
C2H5.
good. So these are left and right is different from each other, right? So this is your acid anhydride, and this is the example for unsymmetrical acid anhydride. Please write it down.
इसमें दोनों आ सकता है
Yes.
मतलब तो इसमें तो वो नहीं दिया